Few legends of the New World sparked as much obsession among Spanish explorers as Quivira, one of the fabled 7 cities of gold. In the 16th century, as conquistadors marched across the Americas in search of wealth and power, rumors spread of cities overflowing with riches, hidden deep in uncharted lands. Quivira was one of the most alluring of these tales, a supposed kingdom of gold said to lie far to the north of New Spain. But what do we actually know about Quivira? The story begins with Francisco Vázquez de Coronado, a Spanish conquistador who set out in 1540 to find these mythical cities. Led by the testimony of an indigenous guide known as the Turk, Coronado and his men endured an arduous journey across deserts, plains, and rivers in search of unimaginable wealth. After months of hardship, Coronado finally reached the land identified as Quivira, only to be bitterly disappointed. Instead of golden palaces and jeweled streets, he found villages of grass-thatched huts occupied by the Wichita people of present-day Kansas. The promises of endless treasure turned out to be empty words, perhaps intended by the Turk to lure the Spaniards far from their base. In a tragic twist, Coronado executed the guide for his deception. Despite the lack of gold, the expedition to Quivira was not without significance. Coronado's journey marked the first major European exploration of the Great Plains, documenting its landscapes, wildlife, and native cultures. The Spanish encountered vast herds of bison, fertile land, and societies that were far more complex than they had imagined. Though they failed to find treasure, they mapped routes and recorded details that shaped future interactions in North America. Quivira, in reality, was not a city of gold, but an important indigenous settlement, and its people played a key role in the cultural tapestry of the plains. Yet the myth of Quivira did not vanish. Like El Dorado and Cibola, it lingered in the imagination as a symbol of hidden riches waiting to be uncovered. Treasure hunters, writers, and historians continued to speculate about its true nature and location. Some suggested Coronado never reached the real Quivira, while others proposed that the city's treasures were exaggerated. Indigenous accounts misunderstood by Spanish ears hungry for wealth. In modern times, Quivira remains a fascinating blend of myth and history. Archaeological evidence points to settlements of the Wichita and related peoples in central Kansas with thriving villages, trade networks, and agriculture. While not made of gold, these communities had their own wealth, cultural, social, and spiritual, that the conquistadors failed to recognize. For historians, Quivira stands as an example of how European greed distorted indigenous realities, turning thriving societies into backdrops for impossible dreams of treasure. The legend of Quivira continues to inspire curiosity, symbolizing both the folly of conquest and the resilience of the peoples who endured it. It reminds us that the greatest riches may not be gold or jewels, but the stories and histories carried forward through time.